Can you believe it? Boo. Boo back. All right. I don't have to type as much anymore. That's cool. Oh, wow. What a night. What a night. Back to normal, so to say. Okay, now what, says Dennis. Well, I'm not sure how long I got in me, but let's talk about what transpired here, shall we? Shep and Deal. Yeah, man, that's it. So 7 folks have found us. What a crazy night. That we did this to make it easy on ourselves, and I'm not sure we succeeded at all. My goodness. So we'll get so you did the first flight of the Hawk. Yes, man. Yesterday in the stupidest wind ever. And you know, Mike had done the build. We ended up getting 2 of them. Mike Kennedy got one, sent it to us to set it up and set up a receiver, which that's what Mike's working on. And FMS sent us one too. So we flew one of them, and it was fantastic, actually. And honestly, it was very cold. It was supposed to be a warm snap Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yesterday was like 40 degrees, but it was blowing at 18. Hey, Michael, I'm trying to upgrade the landing gear on my e-flite Viper. The gear on the Hawk looks like it will work. Any opinion? The word on the street is that the FMS Avanti landing gear are basically a drop-in fit on the e-flite Viper. I think the trunnions may have to be drilled out just a little bit on the e-flite Viper to accept those struts. And do not be forlorn, because I will I've got a set of those struts coming, and I'm going to do a mod video and see what it takes to get it done. So I'm going to put the FMS Avanti landing gear in the e-flite Viper, and we'll document it, film it, show you guys, and you can decide if that's the way you want to go. Yes, John, we are all over the place. Guys, thanks a lot. And if you're new here, tap the bell so you're notified when we post new videos, because it's not always Saturday. We thought we'd try this. So thanks for sticking with me on that. 30 to 50 on the wind, Dennis. That's nuts. Ricky says the bell is key. It helps out a lot. Yes, it does. Let's see. Anybody get to fly anything this week? I was gonna try to whoa, thanks, Wesley. You guys need what a crazy night. That was a lot of work. You guys are killing it, and you guys are top notch. The last video had me rolling on the floor. Keep this up. Thanks. Yeah, Mikey's out of his mind, and there's really no filter now, so that's cool. Let's see. Thank you so much, Wesley. That's nice. The bell is key. It helps out a lot. Yeah, it really does. The notifications are where it's at. Michael, the question you're asking says FMS Avanti or Freewing. Are you talking about for the e-flite Viper? I assume you are. What we are talking about is the FMS Avanti landing gear struts going in the e-flite Viper. The Freewing Avanti landing gear are undoubtedly too big for the e-flite Viper, just on pure size. I believe the FMS Avanti is considerably smaller than the Freewing one. How long will this stay up? That's what she said, phone boy. I'm sorry. I'm so tired. You know, these things always exist in the replay. So if you missed the live, it's not a big deal. You can always see them and consume our content on the flip side or whenever works good for you. MCCS or SSI flew the free wing Tiger Cat Tuesday. That's awesome. I'm going to probably stay on for another 15 minutes at least. I mean, I say that all the time. And then, the aim is to do an hour show. And we went about 2 hours last time. Mike is at his house, just got done uploading that surprise premiere on the BAE Hawk, which is, he told me it was, I hadn't seen it. He told me it was going to be out of this world. Another hour. Shoot, I don't know, Wesley. I didn't have time to set up. I wanted to talk about that BAE Hawk a little bit, but I had 2 flights on it in the most ridiculous wind again yesterday. You guys want to see the maiden flight plus that second flight. Again, smash that bell because I'll probably try to post it up Monday or Tuesday. Paul, what's going on? It was hippie. I'm here, dudes, but couldn't chat. Mike is, yeah, like I said, he's not here. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Ricky. What's a pilot's lounge without some libation from time to time? John Zinn says, all of you who purchased stands, the Cruise In stands, after the last show, lots of thanks. Big thank you. I'm currently, even today, while I was sitting there in the rocker, I was looking at different giveaway apps that we can use to figure out how we're going to give away this stand. So we're not just picking one of our buddies. Still looking at planes since last week. I'm mainly looking at the Flightline Bearcat. How do you like that one? Man, it's a fantastic plane, but you need to make sure you got to have 4,000 4S batteries, or I'm afraid you'll be adding some ballast to the front. Dave loves his Bearcat. Yeah, we actually videoed one, but it was highly modified in Texas that we'll put up one of these days. It was Michael Rosnick's, and he has a monster scale prop on it. Dave Kolishki says he's getting away with 4S 3600s in his Bearcat, but he's also putting a 1/2 ounce of lead in the front. Makes a lot of sense. Paul Hatcher, hippie, is that your son-in-law, man? Is that the same? It must be if you're saying hey. Let's see. Hey, guys, take advantage of the free shipping through Monday on the stands. Paul Hatcher it is, he says. Yes, says Brian. Stick and monkey pants. What is this stand you guys are giving away? If you look back at one of our last shows, I don't know. I can't even remember now. I don't think it was last week. It was the week before. Also, if you're on Instagram, check out Cruise In. Spell that CREW capital ZINN. They make some hobby equipment, and we did a build and a stand unboxing on one of the shows the other days, and it should be titled as such. John Zen just dropped a link, cruisein.com. Go check out the stands. They're fantastic, and we're going to give one of them away. But I'm behind on finding out third-party app to help me sort that out. Basically, what it's going to ask you to do, and if you've already done it, it'll count as an entry. Subscribe here. I know not all of you are on Instagram, but you're really missing out. You should follow me on Instagram at @thepilot_Ryan. You should follow cruisein.com on Instagram as well, so you'll see when he posts new products. Let's see, more screwy stuff. Yes, Wayne, as is always the case. Last week, it was like Seinfeld. It was like the live stream about nothing. I really, it's a hangout place. Sometimes I really have an idea of what I want to do. Other times, I don't. And pun completely intended, but we fly by the seat of our pants. Holiday weekend, we weren't even sure we were going to do a show. That's why Mike's still ill. My kids are ill. That's why it's just we're hanging out right now like this, kind of low key. I've got some guests in mind for some shows in the future and some set design and things like this. But we didn't talk about the Scorpion. I was wanting to fly that thing, but it was so nasty out. I didn't want to take that twin tail jobber out. I mean, I was already really tempting fate when I did the maiden on the 80 millimeter Hawk. Yeah, what's up about that Scorpion? Yeah, just waiting to get it done, y'all. I mean, we're in Indiana, so it's hard to find weather. So tell us what you've been flying and what's coming up. Yeah, I mean, golly, so much is going on. Very excited. You guys got to go check out Wesley too. He's in Florida, so he doesn't have any hindrance as far as weather. Mary Boozer's RC, subscribe to his channel. He's all over Facebook as well. So are we. We have a RC Pilots Lounge Facebook group, Pilot Ryan and Captain Mike's RC Air Training Command Facebook page from way back in the day. And then, of course, Ryan Ramsey, Pilot Ryan, yours truly. So, yeah, we're there. But I really enjoy Instagram a lot. Yeah, small world, I guess, Chris. Yeah, Dave, thanks, man. Low key is good. And honestly, I never like I'm having a hard time coming up with graphic design and things like that for Mike and I to really, you know, brand visually some of the stuff we do. But I did hit it nail on the head with the RC Pilots Lounge title because that's really what it is. And I remember hanging out when I still lived in Muncie. My father and I were learning to fly at the same time, and we spent so much time talking shop, talking airplanes, hanging out, fixing them. And I really, you know, I miss that. That was awesome. So this is one of those things I think we can do together. That's why we do these builds that are not necessarily official and just want to hang out with you guys. And I think as time goes on, the technology is going to, I hope, let me, you know, just bring in some of you guys, like even on the impromptu tip. Work gets in the way, man, I know it. But if it wasn't in the way, then you couldn't be here, you know? What's up, Alvaro from Uruguay, going worldwide? Deuces. Hook 'em, Lori. Had to stop computer and get on the 8S. I don't get it. UT talking sports. It feels like a lounge. Good questions and answers from everywhere. Any good planes for winter? Ohio and snow, cold doesn't help. I know. You know what I want to get a hold on? You know, I just want to make sure that everybody knows we're here for them. So that's why Mike and I are going to, you know, bust out the training stuff from time to time. We're going to fly jets like we always do. In wintertime, you know, you got to really fly like utility stuff. You got to almost like go guerrilla warfare style. Like for me, that's where I pull out the 3 and 4 cell warbirds and find parking lot, things like that. But as far as y'all go, we want to always have everything you want to see. I know not all of you guys that are here are going to be flying jets or are ready for jets or even want to fly jets. So don't worry. We're going to do some prop stuff as well. As far as the wintertime goes, I think I'm going to have FMS try to get me one of those big Cubs they have and send me some floats with it. I think does anybody remember the size of that thing? It's a relatively new release, but a lot of times these things don't get any fanfare. So that's why I want to get it, give it some fanfare, let y'all see it. Notre Dame is losing 7-10 against USC. Thank you, phone boy. Dave, are you asking Mike or me about the Viper? Mike's not here at the moment unless I get him on the phone, which I can do. I need to actually check and see if the kids are good. Yeah, let me ask him. My wife. Shit. Oops, sorry, YouTube. That's Mike right now. Hey, bro, you're on speaker, and I'm in the middle of a text seeing if the kids are good. So, can you hear me, Mike?
Yes, I can. And yes, the Viper is one of the best, awesomest aircraft.
Yeah, Mike likes the Viper. We really enjoy it. By the way, thanks, Wayne. I know I need to do it. I need to. All right, John, tell your family, hey, man, we'll be talking later. Always a pleasure. Glad to see you. Man, I am juggling. Happy Thanksgiving, John Zinn. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for the stand. Everybody's going to appreciate being able to be a part of that giveaway and hopefully come over and support you on Instagram. And Cruise In has a YouTube channel as well, but it's just now getting started out. Phone boy, Michael, this question is for you. Let me fix the microphone so I can go two-way situation. All right, Michael. Mike, Phone Boy RC wants to know, what is your favorite plane of all time? This is a very tough question, by the way.
Oh, man.
I know, right?
Like I always tell everybody, it's whatever movie I saw last or what the weather's doing.
Yeah, it does. It depends on the weather, doesn't it? And it also depends on you guys. Here's Mike. It also depends on what batteries you have ready.
Yeah. It's weird because I can have fun with the simplest plane and I can have fun with the most advanced planes. I would rather fly advanced planes, but life doesn't always allow it. So that's a very hard question.
It is a hard question. We were just talking about that because, this time of year, we have to kind of divert a little bit from what, Mike could join the chat if he wants to just log into our YouTube, Mike. But we got him on voice, so I'll just keep on moderating. He's in the chat right here talking on the phone, so that's as good as it gets. And I may have to leave Mike with you guys if something happens upstairs. Hippie likes the Tundra he has. So, yeah, one thing about Mike and I's situation and position in this wonderful hobby of ours is that we get to try out all kinds of things that we maybe have personally already moved past, but we get to go revisit these things. And when we fly something that's like prop or high wing or whatever, I think we always do a pretty good job, if I could say so myself, of flying it for keeping in mind the audience who's looking at that plane, to purchase, and flying it and speaking to them. And then also speaking to the veteran pilot who may end up having to teach the new guy what kind of fun they can have with it. I feel like we show the character of the planes pretty well. We're having fun with that. So I got a comment on YouTube. It says, definitely not an 8mm Allen. Mike was talking about the screw size, not the dimension of the wrench, but he said nice briefs, Mike.
Oh, nice.
Mike, that was hilarious.
Whatever the the Allen wrench that I'm using.
It's probably 2.5 or 3.
8mm.
Well, yeah, the length of the bolt.
Yeah.
There's no way it's an 8mm Allen screw going in there unless it's a real plane. I mean, that's big. Paul Hatcher says he would like to try the Flightline 1200mm Spitfire. It's a great little plane. Of course, 31 folks in here. That's awesome. It of course depends on your experience. Dennis Farley, my current favorite is the 1.2 E-flite P47 on 4S. We still love that one too. I took it out with us yesterday because I knew it was stupid windy, and we were landing that thing on the runway, across the runway, and not rolling off. It was so windy. Maybe you guys will see that next week too. Somebody was talking about the Viper. You know, the Taft Viper, also known as the HSD 90mm Viper. We also flew in Texas, and we are going to put up a video on that one as well. We still have Texas videos, y'all. La Franja 6969 tomorrow, going for maiden with the Freewing L39. Any tips will help. Thanks. Yeah, man, check out our videos on it. We did videos on this channel right here, Pilot Ryan and Captain Mike, and we show you where we put the batteries and everything. Talked about the rates and the throws. And on the Motion RC YouTube channel, they did a good job with it as well. So I would definitely glean all the information you can from guys who tell you what they're doing when they're flying. There's a lot of flight videos out there, but there's not a lot of guys have the that talk about it, what they're doing exactly. You want us to put up that Tiger Cat video, Dennis? We'll do that. We can't get sifted through it big enough, quick enough. We still have a whole series on turbine stuff. Mary Boozer talking to Phone Boy. What plane are you guys talking about? The Spitfire, man? Oh, the 1200mm Spitfire, right? The FMS Strega, the Rock Hobby Strega, Ricky, it's awesome. I hope it's still available. Phone Boy's talking about the Flightline 1600. Yeah, both of us, Wesley and ourselves, have videos of that Spitfire up on the intrawebs. You can find us flying Spitfire on the Motion RC YouTube channel, as well as this YouTube channel right here, and of course Wesley over on Mary Boozer RC, capital C. Phone Boy, for me, I'm running the 5000s, whether it be the new or the old school 5000s. I see you, Dennis. Yeah, we'll do it, man. We'll do it. You know, we got a slow-mo of that bounce. So if you're cool with that, man, we'll put it up. Thank you, Ricky. Yeah, 6S, my friend. 6S, Phone Boy. Anybody seen a price? My man Wayne asks, anybody seen a price on the C-130 from Hobby King? Mike, you still there, my bro?
I am there, yes.
Dave Kolwischke said he paid $350 for his. No shame there, Dennis. All right, man. Cool. We'll get it up. We'll get it up. So sounds like $350, Wayne. Another guy says $342. Somebody's going to get in a fight over $10 here in a minute. Did I do my math right? On the fly? No, $6, right? $8. Around $350. I get it. The 12 Wesley Mary Boozer says the 1200 Spitfire is also a great plane. I will have a video on it eventually. I have the 1200 and the 1600 and the E-flite Spit. The E-flite actually flies the best of all of them, in my opinion. Wesley, is that because of the AS3X on board, or why would you contribute it? Why would you say it is the best? Just curious. We flew the e-flite Spitfire as well. We flew Dennis's on 4S. Actually, the video was up, and it was fun. What's up, Michael? Are you Are you watching, Mike, or just listening?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I like Ricky Photon, man.
Ricky Photon's out of this world, and you know what? One of these days, I'm going to have enough brass to get him on here and interview him. He's a firecracker, man. You don't know what he's going to say.
You have to do a pre-recorded show so we can bleep.
So we can beep it.
Yeah, we can edit it.
That's not a bad idea. Wayne says he hopes you're feeling better, Mike.
Oh, thanks, Wayne. Man, I hope so. It's rough.
You sound way better. I mean, you know what? I told him he didn't have to go out and film me yesterday. We don't have to go. Yeah, dudes. So, man, we've been up 26 minutes on this live, but of course we already took a half hour of your time. So you guys, you have any questions for Mike and I, lay it on us. I'm not sure how long we're going to stay on. It's one of those things you have to be really intentional or you'll be on for a long time. You know, last week it was kind of interesting. I started off the show also on Facebook Live and told everybody who popped up over there to come hop in the chat with you all, because this is really where the most activity is. Did you guys watch our F-18 video from Texas? That was a lot of fun. FMS shared it to their Facebook page, which is cool. And I think we got a lot of man, it hadn't been up a week yet, and we've got a lot of traction on it. So check that out. And always, if you find something you like on our videos, check the links in the description. It'll get you where you need to go. Also, I hope that if you guys are doing online shopping, you'll consider hitting the banner at the top of our channel and bookmarking our Amazon store. Regardless of it being on the store or not, it helps Mike and I out to keep this thing running. Your response is up in the chat. All right. I'll check it out, man. I've lost it at this point. So, Mike, what did you fly yesterday? You flew the Dynam turbojet and the free wing. We flew both Hawks, the free wing Hawk and
BAE Hawk, yep,
and the FMS one. Your build video was amazing. By the way, it's not a hard build at all, but I'm so glad that you put one together. And you really cut the shot on the draws at the perfect time before it got before it got too nuts. All right.
I'm trying to do it quick enough so only people paying attention would see it.
It's out of this world. Hey, Emmerich, thanks for coming by, man. See you later. Lori, you're nice. Dennis, you're nice too. You guys are nice people. Whoa, Brian, thanks, man. Thanks, guy. What else? Yeah, Thanksgiving. Aren't you glad you went to Phil's house? Has anybody ever heard that expression besides me? Hey, Ricky wants to know, Mike, if you can sign those underwear for a raffle.
I don't know. They're next door neighbors. I took them off his line.
Outstanding or disgusting. I can't decide which. Never heard it, says Dave Kowalski. My grandparents who raised me always used to say, if you ever got a cold or anything, they would always say, hey, thanks, phone boy. They would always say, are you glad you went to Phil's house? Like all, mean at you. Don't wash them, sell them on eBay. That's funny. When I was a punk kid, which was like last week, I sold a pair of wet socks at the college for $8 to a couple girls who were there for like theater camp. Wayne says, good going, Ryan. I kept getting kicked out of my computer throughout, went to my Samsung 8S and picked it right back up. Don't know what that was. Yeah, it's weird, man. More cough syrup, says Paul Hatcher. That stuff will make you see funny things if you're not careful. Ricky is telling Boozer he's disgusting. Can you believe it? Hey, do we have any beef jerky on the Amazon store for Homeboy yet? So fun. So yeah, guys, I love it. By the way, some of you guys have been around the whole time on the journey for Mike and I. And anyway, so I'll just hurry up and get to it. So we're about to hit 3,000 subs on this channel, which we started in 2012. We were on it for 9 months hard, and then we took a 5-year hiatus. And now, we've been back for a few months. So it's pretty fantastic to be, growing again and back over here. And you know what? I tell you what, I think we're going to hit 3,000 by the time Christmas comes. And hopefully some of these giveaways will help us out as well. I really try to drive everybody from Instagram over here. If you're in the chat and you're not on Instagram, you're missing out. I get it. You guys don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff to tend to, but it really is a good way to connect with your favorite people, because it is harder to get videos out than pictures and small little like outtake clips. Like I really enjoy taking advantage of the 1-minute movie format on Instagram and putting stuff up for you guys. Another way to connect with you. And that's why we're everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, no one's there, but I'm there. Instagram, Facebook, we've got you covered in the RC Pilots Lounge group, regular personal profile, and then the Pilot Ryan and Captain Mike RC Air Training Command page, which is nice to keep because sometimes we'll run ads on it and stuff when we want you guys to see stuff. So we work pretty hard to distribute this stuff, having fun and bringing you guys on board. So when you come across something, share it, man. That helps tremendously. No matter what platform it is that you're finding us, share it, engage with it. We really love it. And we're always, it all goes down right here on the phone, man. I mean, I'm able to engage and answer comments like almost right away most of the time, just because I'm absolutely batty about this hobby. I have not, John. I have not had a chance. I have been flying some RC Jetworks batteries that are pretty good too, and have availability and capacities that I appreciate for my larger jets.
Yeah, I can answer that. Turbojet.
What turbojet? What, the last plane you flew?
Oh no. Yes, I do love turbojet. I'm talking to Phone Boy.
Oh yeah.
Yes. The problem with that, they still haven't figured out their retracts, and I would put some cooling. Find a way to do cooling if you're going to fly it regularly for that ESC. Don't fly it back-to-back match. Let it cool off. Other than that, that body is probably the best bodies out there. And yeah, it's worth it. Turbojet's worth it.
It is a fun one. I mean, it's Dynam, so you got to be ready, to kind of fix a little bit, modify, make it work. They seem to be, like Mike said, touchy on the retracts in certain temperatures, which is, not super reliable. If you're learning how to fly, there's other things I'd pick that are a little bit more reliable. Of course, if you bounce the thing off of places, it's not going to be reliable for long. I mean, you have to take a little responsibility. We did have a good time flying that one, though. That video was cool that we made.
Well, not only that, it feels like the real deal. It's very close to scale in the feel and stick. That's what I loved about it.
Nice. Wayne says he doesn't do nothing but YouTube. Man, Victor, thanks, man.
Hey, thanks, Vic. Appreciate that, man.
That's awesome. We gonna get some. You know, we're so poor I can't afford to put lights in. I mean, I'm just sitting here in the dark, like under the stairs. No, I'm just kidding. Everything's just black, like Mike's soul. It's dark. Yeah, Wesley, you do get what you pay for, man. That's the truth. Every time I see that thing fly, I'm like, man, just make a bigger one, scale it out, and that would be so fun. I mean, those civilian birds, they're slippery, you know what I mean? Which means they fly really good, and wind doesn't seem to bother them too awful bad, and they just penetrate pretty good.
Has anyone had a bad dynam experience?
I hope. Surely you know what my grandmother would say? Surely you jest. I'm not even going to go there. Chances are, yeah, I'll just say.
Plan on half of it working and plan on modeling the other half.
The Airbus A380 is a great flyer too. That's a Hobby King plane, Michael. Fred says, don't call me Shirley. Dennis, Ricky says, Dennis, I missed why my name was mentioned. Yes, I don't care for Dynam, says Kolishki. Inquiring minds want to know, oh, yeah, how is the Hobby King A380? Hey, you guys, I saw a post on, it must have been Facebook, just the other day, and it was like HSD F-22. And then I clicked on it, and it was one of those captive prop jobs like Nerf. I was like, are you kidding me? Oh, fiddlesticks, says Wayne's grandma. Are you seeing the chat, Mike? You see, this is this is how.
You know what? I've watched Dynam P-51 literally go in probably about 27, 28 times by a guy who was learning to fly. That thing was as rugged could be.
That's pretty rugged, like John Wayne rugged.
Yeah, we saw that, Ryan.
Hippie said he had a turbojet and he turned it into a taco. It folded up on him. You remember when our buddy Will flew the HSD F-16 and he was so pumped to fly it that he forgot to put the wing spar in it? Bill Surratt, Ryan, I know it's been a while since you've probably flew the Freewing P-51 Old Crow, no sound. In hindsight, what is your opinion? My opinion hasn't changed, and I like an elephant, don't forget. I would say for scale, fidelity, and looks, the Freewing is the way to go. If you're flying off grass, though, and flight character being docile is more of a selling point for you than FMS all the way. The FMS one is like 57 inches versus 55, which doesn't sound like a big deal. But, man, that FMS one, even though they're both Mustangs, partly it's where the battery sets too. Like on the FMS one, the battery's down low in the belly, which makes nosing over. It fixes the fulcrum action, right? So the FMS Mustang, the battery sits lower, the weight, the mass is down low. There's less of a potential for nosing over. Unlike the smaller Freewing one where the battery's very much at the top, right in front of the cockpit, and doesn't help in regards to grass ops for sure. Would you agree, Mike?
Oh, absolutely. You can flat spin. Well, I've never flown one with the Freewing without the sound system because I love that sound system. In fact, I've had 3 of them, and I flat spinned every one of them. due to the weight. And it is so cool to watch the flat spin, dude. It's cool. You can't pull out of it if you got the sound system in it, but it's cool. I love how it feels like metal in the air. It's got its inertia. I love the speed prop. The only thing I don't like is the ground handling, because that tail comes up, at about 3 or 4 mile an hour, that tail comes up. And you lose all the authority on the tail. That's my only gripe with that one.
Thanks, Dennis. I hear you, Mike. I'm gonna get to my buddy Dave before I forget it. Ryan, do you find issues with the e-flite T6 trying to keep it straight on takeoffs? I've ground looped mine more times than I can count. Dave, it's not you, man. T6 is so just prone to doing that. I mean, the full scale is the same way. I ground loop mine like crazy. And I think the last landing in that video we just put up, where I was just doing the touch and goes on the cell phone, we just trying to give you all something to look at and hang out with you. Nothing groundbreaking tonight. I do love Mike's BAE Hawk build, but yeah, Dave, you know what I do to fix the ground loop issue on my T6 is just leave it hanging up and take something else. No, I'm kidding. Kinda. I really, most of the time, I don't care what the wind's doing. I'll fly whatever I want. But my T6, of course, also because I customized it to my grandpa's livery. Rest in peace. I really don't want to prang it up. So what works for me, there's a balance there, right? So if you don't have enough throw on the rudder and the tail elevator, you're prone to ground looping. You won't have any steering to counter it. And then if you have enough throw, what happens is you can oversteer and cause one. But I'd rather be able to pin that wheel and steer your feet. Just be ready. And guys who fly T6 in the grass don't have that same ground loop issue near as bad as flying one on smooth stuff. So yeah, ground loop is a thing. And of course I'm flying heavier. It's got a lot of paint on it. I did a lot of, wobbly bits on it, and also 4-cell. And there's sequencers in there and lights in there. And I think I put a Hobby Eagle gyro in it too. Yeah, Dennis, we added more rate to the tail on your Spitfire, didn't we? Gotta go. Nice one this week, guys. Phoneboy RC, man, you must be young, because the GTG, I just figured it out, must mean gotta go. That's a texty kind of acronym youngster thing. Thanks for coming by. Go party with your youngin' friends. See ya. See ya, phone.
I'm interested in hooking up with Chris Jackson there, man. Maryland. That sounds good.
Where's the show at? Maryland?
Somewhere. Yeah.
When is it? He's mentioned it a lot. I forget when it is. You'll have to hit us in Messenger or Facebook, I think. Really, Ryan? Haha. I'm serious. GTG? That's new to me. I didn't get on internet until I found airplanes. I had no reason to. I was off the grid. I'm surprised they haven't found me yet, to be honest. Let's see. What did I miss? Thinking of changing my name to Steer Your Feet. Yeah, made all the difference, says Dennis, on upping the rates on his e-flite Spitfire. Dave Kowalski threw out an acronym I definitely don't know. Later, Brownie, 64. Would you recommend the smaller 4S Spitfire or the 4S F8F? I'm stuck in between the two. Joshua, I don't know your skill level. Whenever I look at a Spitfire, I always expect it to be more wicked than it ends up being. Although, if you don't tend to you can easily have too much throw on a Spitfire's tail and get snappy if you're not careful. Everybody looks at it and they think the undercarriage is very narrow and all that, but it's just so well proportioned. I mean, the undercarriage is narrow on a BF-109, and it's a nightmare unless you're flying the featherweight Dynam. But the Spitfire, I've honestly never met a bad one. I will tell you that the Bearcat has, of course, longer landing gear than longer and wider wheelbase than the Spitfire. But when you look at the two, one's going to fly like it needs power to get through. It's kind of draggy. And the other one has some magical shape that really will let you soar and just have some fun. Spitfires are kind of magic, actually. I mean, the Bearcat's awesome. And it's so cool to finally get one in foam, that wasn't a racer. But Spitfires are something else. So it kind of depends on your experience, man, what you want. The one thing about the Spitfire is the landing gear, although they are short or narrow track, they're not super, super long. The landing gear are very long on the Bearcat, which means if you're not on your game, you're more likely to damage them. Just leverage. Mary Boozer says sometimes Lori's his wife. Depends on if she's pissed him off or not. Kinda. I paraphrase. Ricky says he knew that. Goodness, Lori, what have you signed up for here? Mrs. Boozer, I presume. Dave says he just made it up. He's screwing with me. Thank you. I needed that. Stick it, monkey underpants. That's so funny, man. That's so funny. Let's see. Hippie64 wants to know if anybody's flying that Bush Mule. I have not. See you later, Wayne. You out of here? Ricky says flirting with me is allowed. It's on my Wikipedia page. So, Mike, what's the next thing coming out of Captain Mike Studios over there? You working on the AR 7350 or whatever?
Yes, I am.
So we're gonna show guys with over like 6-channel radio how to set up the AR 7350 for AS3X and to be able to turn it off.
Right. And I'm also going to show how to use your trim tab for setting the rates mid-flight.
Awesome.
That's what sells that receiver to me.
Mike,
you can dial in each surface with a trim tab. I love it.
That's neat. So we're setting that up. We're doing a video about it so we can, share the knowledge. I told Mike I like those receivers because they don't feel like they're expensive, but they don't feel like you've got a gyro. You know what I mean? It's there, but you don't really feel it.
So the only gyro that doesn't fight you with itself. Some of these when the gyro is being activated, it fights you a little bit. You want to turn, but it fights the turn, or I just love the predictability of Spectrum. Yeah,
Dave Kowalski's looking forward to that video. So am I, because as soon as I've done a lot of gyros, but I refuse to learn how to do the AS3X ones because at the beginning it seemed to be a little bit harder to get it done, but it seems to be getting easier and easier for guys to have access to programming those the way they want And I've flown enough of Mike's stuff that we did for workups. Like, you know, he built some, I built some. And when he set them up, a lot of times he'd put it in there. And that's pretty nice. So I want to see that. So we're setting one up. We're doing the video. Mike Kennedy's the sponsor of the BAE Hawk workups, as well as the this AR-7350. I hope I'm saying it right, because it's a pet peeve when someone gets it wrong. I hope that's what it is, AR-7350. You guys know what I mean, though. So thank you, Mike Kennedy, for sponsoring these videos. We're setting them up, and then he wants us to send the stuff back already ready to go. That's a service I never thought to offer, but we're doing it. Michael, thanks, man. That's for the. He says that's for the logo on the curtain. Thank you. We're working on it. We're trying to come up with that stuff. It's harder than you think. Because I want to be able to offer you guys hats and shirts and stuff like that. Yeah, Wesley. Talking about pet peeves, yeah. Hey, you guys have no idea how bad Captain Mike had it with me early on in our career on spelling and words and capitalization. I would completely what would I do? I would just like completely delete your video, wouldn't I, Mike, and make you re-upload it? Like after a spell check.
Yeah, I'm only an expert in history. So.
As one can tell from your video, when 126,000 years ago, the drawing board plans were set in that motion to bring the BAE Hawk to the 1970s, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I like your specifics with Paul too on the situational awareness video. Yeah, you guys holler at me what sizes. We'll figure it out. So here's the thing too. We're batting it around, like Mike and I, a little bit. We're talking about collars. We're talking about not collars. We're talking about long sleeves. Mike was wanting to do a branded kilt. That's Pilot Ryan and Captain Mike kilt for all you dudes who want to wear those. We're kidding.
I got a new underwear line coming out
called Already Dirty.
They're pre-stained, so they don't see your stains.
It's distressed, right?
Yeah.
It instead of acid washed, it's acid indigestion washed. Thanks, Dave, man. You're awesome. You guys are the best. They say it's for the curtain, but I may have to go get some more fat tire. If I'm allowed to leave the house. Apparently, I'm okay. No one's blowing me up on the phone. Mike's dirty lingerie. Granddad draws. It's his new line of clothes. He's got a lot of little side hustles going on. Mike's Granddad Dirty Draws is the name of his company. Let me see if I've gotten any. No pukes. Looks like I'm good. Poor kids. Glad they went to Phil's. Joshua McLean, Kilt-A-Wear. Kilt-A-Wear. How about Kilt-A-Whirl? That could be like a dance club, right? For the Highlands. It's like the Highlands. Yeah. All right. Something about Snuggles, Lori. You wish you had a 12 boozer. I got some Yingling. Sunny Jin Xingling. Yingling. Ding dong. Stupid Phil. No kidding, Dave. Mary Boozer RC. Ricky, picture on the Pilot Lounge Facebook after this to prove it. I'm going to check out Ricky on Wikipedia and see what's up. He's out of his bloody mind, man. We got to get him down here and film that HSD or whatever he's got. He keeps buying planes everywhere but the Amazon store, I think. You sick puppy, he says. I learned by watching you, all right? Remember that? The dad's got a cigar box full of dope, and the kid finds it. I think. I don't remember exactly how it went, but the dad's giving him hell because he's like, what is this? What are you doing with this? Where'd you get it? Learn by watching you, all right? It is getting serious on the chat. You know, it's legal now if you just go across the state line, right? I mean, aren't they working on it in Michigan? Getting some cabbage at the store? Not for me. I'm a responsible person at this point. Limbo, laugh my butt off watching the wife trying to do a Rubik's Cube and can't do it, says Paul. The wife being Hippie's daughter. That's hilarious. You know, there's stuff like Rubik's Cubes and like, what do they even call it, man? Like video games? Yeah. I can't play them. I just watch people do it. Hippie's blaming the mom for that. It's funny how, like, when my kids are acting up too, you know, they're always my wife's kids until they're acting up. And then it's your kids, your child. I was like, oh, now it's mine. Oh, when they're screwing up, they're mine. When they're angels, they're yours. I see how it works. Ricky the Photon Dexter, thanks, man. You better do it quick because they're going fast. I checked stock status the other day. But, man, honestly, you might even be able to – I mean, I hate to do it, but you might look at fmsmodel.com as well and be able to save a few bucks as they're doing a Black Friday sale. As much as it hurts me to say, that's the truth. And the truth is the truth is the truth. Oh, ex-wife, different daughter. What do they say? Brother from another mother? Roger. Chris Jackson says Roger to something. E-flite MSJ143 in the house. E-flite 1.2 P51D Mustang or P47 Razorback. Need to buy one. Already got the AT6 1.5 meter. Any advice? Thanks. Every modeler is going to have a Mustang sometime in their life. I think that E-flite P47, though, is dynamite, and it's a Razorback, and it flies like a big plane. You're going to have room for multiple sizes of batteries, I think, compared to the 1.2. I felt like the P47 was ready to rock out of the box, and for me, I thought that the E-flite Mustang was nose heavy. I put like a quarter or 50 cents in the tail, didn't I, Mike?
Yeah, something like that.
Because there's only one place to really. It's a battery tray, so it's like where are you gonna, you don't have many options, and there's like a slit behind the tail wheel or something, where they put the halves together, and I put a quarter or 50 cents in that, and then it settled it right down. But otherwise, everybody's saying P47. Go for it. Mary Boozer says, too bad the thing has Mr. Hanky on the side. No kidding. Worst paint scheme ever choice. Except for –
I was telling you yesterday.
That's completely what you were telling me yesterday, and I feel bad for I'm sure it looked awesome in real life. It was pre-Hanky, so nobody had that kind of thought. Michael
It probably scared the Germans. It's like, man, that dude must be really awesome. He got a turd on the side of his plane.
Yeah, Horizon owns E-flite, Ricky. But I mean, a lot of folks know where those 1,200 millimeter planes are really coming from. To Fred Barron to change the CG, yeah, it needed tail weight. I felt like the Mustang did because I'm a touch and go guy. And so even on the smooth surface we fly off of, it was hard to keep that thing from wanting to nose over. Talking about the E-flite 1,200 millimeter. Yeah, P47, dude. Hit the Amazon store. We got them. Link will be in the description of this. Actually, we have P47 video at crosswind training style on this channel. I'm sure the link's in the description right there to the Amazon store where you can find it, which helps us out. Somebody loves the Cirrus. Seriously, as Mike would say. Cherokee's a little easier to fly. Yeah, there's more wing area on that Cherokee, don't you think, Michael?
Yeah, definitely. It's more of a square wing. So
yeah, there's more there. Cherokee's fantastic, man. Wesley's talking about Dave Kowalski. They had a bubble top. You can still find them new in the box. Are you what plane are we talking about, Broseph? The Cherokee is neat, though. It's got that full flying stabilator. Yeah, Dave, are you talking about a P-47? Okay, yeah. Honestly, man, I had the 1700 millimeter FMS P-47, and I had the 1500 millimeter P-47, and now I've had the 1200, and of course I had the 1100s when they were hot. The Razorback, though, offerings are only available in the 1500 and the 1200. Dave, you got a bunch of 6-cell batteries. You ought to get yourself the 1500. I mean, here's the deal. If you get the 12, you'll be like, yeah, I want the 15. P-47s fly amazing. And, man, the Razorbacks just look so cool. I was going to paint up my 1500 millimeter P-47, but it got completely obliterated by Charlie Brown, OV-10, in the same plane, but he had a big monster prop on it and chewed me up to confetti. It was actually really neat. Too bad it wasn't on film. Yeah, Dave, I'll see if I can't put one up on the store too. I know I already have the e-flite P-47, but I'll see if I can't find an FMS 1500 too. Whatever you find through that store. I mean, honestly, I've sold dog shampoo and sweatpants. I mean, that stuff I don't have it on the store next to the hinge tape, but it still helps us, which is neat. Ricky gets all his feminine needs through the Amazon store, along with like a bulk pallet of beef jerky, I believe, as well, right, Ricky? HSD, Ryan, you were trying to say, yeah, we got to fly yours, bro. Dave's not a fan of the Razorback. You are an oddball, as you say. Club member has the Hangar 9 one. If only it were a bubble top. Well, you know, you go fly over at Tired Iron Aviations and you fly under the wire close enough, you can make it a bubble top real quick. Just shave it off. Yeah, that's cool, man. The bubble tops fly good too. Yeah, you have to go with the 1700 millimeter P-47, which might be hard to find now, or the 1100 millimeter, either Snorton Bull or the e-flite green one. And a car and a lot. Yeah, all kinds of stuff, hippie. Teriyaki, jerky or die. You guys, if you're on Instagram, follow Ricky the Photon Dexter. If you like watches and Starbucks as much as he does, you guys can be friends. Dave, you think the 1700 millimeter P-51 is a pig in the air? Well, you probably think the same thing about the Jug then. You know what happens when these foamies get so big is they start being too easy to fly almost, right? Like that was my complaint with the Jug, the 1700 millimeter one, even the 1500 millimeter one. I mean, it's so light on the wing loading, it doesn't hardly want to come down. Michael says 1450 is a great size. It definitely is. Dennis Farley, do the mod Ant did. We talking about the P-47 still, Dennis? Oh, man. We've been on for an hour and a half tonight. Black pepper is always tasty. I had black pepper chicken and Kung Pao chicken from Panda Express 2 nights ago. Was it 2 nights? 1 night ago. I don't remember. I asked the lady what the crunchy pepper that about sent me to the hospital was. She said it's just a chili, just like a dried chili. I said, that must be why they call it Kung Pao. Because, man, Kung Pao. I thought you were supposed to eat it. You're not supposed to eat it, man. It was about killed me. Look how much fun we're having. Yes. The prop pitch mod, and that helped. I see everybody do that prop pitch mod, and I have never, ever in a million years wanted to do it. It seems like it'd be, apparently it's not a big deal, but it seems like it'd be really easy to get your stuff out of balance that way. Chris Jackson has the old Hanger 9 P47, still looks brand new with bubble top, flush, smooth. Is it for sale, Chris? I hate to admit it, but my Dyna P47 is AB. Ambidextrous. Would that A1 propeller fit on the Tiger Cat mic? No. I'm not Mike, but no.
Which one? Oh, the Tiger Cat.
Yeah, no. No. It won't. Too big. And it would have never been a 4-blader on the Tiger Cat either. For all you rivet counters, you should appreciate that.
Has a 10-blade, right?
No. Ricky says Mike has 3 HSD A1s.
Yes, I do.
Do you still? Version 1?
Yep.
When they were 4S?
Yeah, they're all version 1. I got 2 of the grays and 1 of the camo.
Nice. VQ Warbirds has a bubble top P47 that is coming out. I'm looking at it and going electric. What size is it? Adam. Maybe a little bit. It depends really on the angle. I think the 1700 Corsair, the FMS one, is probably, honestly, dude, you want to know the best like little Corsair is that e-flite 1200 millimeter one with the green on it. That one's shaped pretty nice. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Adam, you'll have to talk to me later. Let's see. I'm going to double check on the text action. Everybody's still good upstairs. Awesome. That green is ugly. Mustangs land easier. Maybe kind of, sort of. I mean, honestly, I feel like the Mustangs and the Corsair need the same kind of attention on landing. 2-wheel. 2-wheel. There's a reason why the Corsairs, as soon as they could get them off a carrier, they took them off of carriers and put them in Guadalcanal and let the Hellcats and Bearcats duke it out off the carrier. I don't think Corsairs like the 3-pointer, but that's what you had to go for on the carrier, and it was trouble. Da-da-da-da-da. Dennis Farley, that green is ugly. Are you talking about that e-flite jug? Yeah, they're asleep. If you're talking to me, Paul. We now are proud purveyors of pound bags of pepper jerky for Ricky the Photon Dexter. What up? Thanks, Ricky. Top Flight P47, not Hanger 9. Okay, sorry, man. Oh, the green on the e-flite Corsair, Adam. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to take it to the dance. I mean, it's just telling you. I mean, it's not my favorite either, the green, but that is a fantastic foamy Corsair, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the green saved a lot of people, though, when they're up there flying, got too far away.
That's true. Dave, 100%, my man. Fist bump. Ricky says he's in heaven. Must be the jerky. Can you post a link to the store again? Yeah, Michael, we'll do it. It'll be in the – it's all over the place, but it's hard to put it in right now because I'm afraid I'm going to lose the stream. Mary Boozer might be able to do it for us, a link to the store. Otherwise, it's when you go to the channel and then there's the channel art. It's like a P47, and then there's like 4 links you can click. Twitter, Facebook, Amazon, Instagram. It's up there as well. The green was actually training squadron colors, yes. Hippie64 just hit Ricky on Instagram.
You can always paint it orange and have it as a toe liner for the, gun or range, eh?
It's a Pilot Ryan and Captain Mike store, Michael, but you're better off with the link. Amazon's huge. I'm not sure you can find it without going through it. Yeah, touch and goes helps on 2-wheel landings for sure. It's good practice. Ricky said to Brian, Hippie64, I'm going to read your bio, Hippie, before friending you. He's going to check him out. Make sure, you know.
I ran a police report. He's cool.
Joshua McLean asked, is there any good PB4Y2 privateer out there? No, but I think there's a couple guys that made one out of the B-24. Lori, I see you. Mary Boozer, let me make you a moderator. Boom. You should be able to drop it now. There it goes. Yeah, it worked. Thank you, man. Wesley's helped me out with that. He's got a list. We got a list on there that's really geared at, you know, fixing, modifying, customizing, painting, things like that. Thanks for doing that. Man, an hour 12. Let's go for 10, 15 more minutes and call it a day, shall we, folks? I could go forever. I really love this thing every week, guys. What a good time. So the holidays, who knows what me and Mike are going to do for the show. The whole thing with the premieres was we weren't sure we were going to be able to do the show live because of family stuff and everything like that. Yeah, Dave, you're right. I said that an hour ago. Dennis Farley, Hippie, also hit you on Instagram as well. 17-10, Notre Dame in the 4th. Thank you, Dennis. Let me know if you guys think of stuff. I can add it for you. Man, that's awesome, Wesley. Appreciate you. Yeah, Dennis follows, I think, 4 people on Instagram. 3 of them are me, and 1 of them is now Brian. Underwear, sweatpants. Let's do this thing. Ricky says, Hippie, I also have a paid Instagram, which Ryan is a paid member. Membership has its privileges. Going for the brand deals. You know what drives me crazy? You guys on Instagram surely see some of the same stuff I see, like these Rilo cameras, some of these cool like action cameras that you can they're small enough to put on stuff, and then you can, they're like 360 cameras that you can kind of control where it's looking in the edit. So it'd be perfect for like airplane stuff. And I tell these guys, I'll message these companies sometimes. I'll be like, hey, you're a lot of money on the table missing these RC dudes. But there was a little promoted ad that went out on the Rilo camera, said $100 off. whatever holiday season. It's like, dude, if it's $100 off, what is it to start with? You know what I mean? So I clicked on it to find out, and it's like, so it's down from 400 to 300. It's this big. It's like a webcam, but it's got the 360 stuff. Wesley, Mary Boozer, Michael, this one's for you. He says you got to add some tidy whities to the Amazon store, and some bleach. This is why the lounge is where it's at, y'all. Ricky says, I only talk about Spectrum I-12 and what you can program it to say in the bedroom. Hippie, it's worth it. Ricky's out of his mind. I love it. He also said, Mike, this is for you. Ricky says, poop or go home.
Yeah, see my wife's face, man. I was sort of dipping. She goes, what are you doing? I'm dipping underwear in the chili.
Oh, my word. Yeah, man. DX8 does a good job. Hippie's asking Ricky if he takes a check to be a follower on his Instagram, I think is what's going on. Hey, Paul Hatcher, thanks, man, for the follow on Instagram. Yeah, dude, it's a good time. That thing has grown like crazy. Dennis likes that Spectrum voice. That's weird. I'm just playing. Speaking of, oh yeah, man, you guys seen those guys fly that C-130? Wow. Wesley says the first thing he did was program his radio to cuss at him, tell him it's time to effing land, Holmes. Stuff like that. Oh, you Captain Mike, Paul, let me tell you, don't feel bad when Captain Mike doesn't respond. Captain Mike probably has more followers on Instagram than I do, and he's never made a post. That's how he rolls on social. He's off the grid, like, completely. Michael says, I love it on vibrate. LOL. Somebody's going to say it in a minute. Just give it time. You know, every now and then when you guys hear me do the British accent, what it is an impression of the radio talking to you. I always turn mine off, though, because I didn't figure y'all wanted to hear it. 2 minutes over. Yep, that's what she said. What she said. Getting comments on YouTube videos while we're on YouTube. Brian says, Mike, he's worried about you that you're off your meds again.
I know. That's what Doc was getting after me.
Adam Hampton says he saw some videos on that C-130. Looks cool. Looks sweet. Yeah, I'd like to try one, but they got to – it's 4 cell. I think it only takes – is it just one battery, man? Yeah, Dennis, I've heard some real potty mouth stuff on YouTube. We're okay. We're not going to get blocked. One battery, 4 – no way. 2,200, Dave? Ricky wants to know if those are real turboprops on the C-130. Hippie says 4 cell 300. I think you missed a 0, Holmes. But I can't imagine it only taking one battery. But, I mean, I just thought it would be a bigger one. 4 minutes of flying. There's got to be room for more power in there, you know? I haven't had a chance to catch up on those boys. Please say my name, please. I will, but it's going to cost you. You got to super chat it. I'm just kidding you. I'm just kidding you, Isaiah Schwab. What's going on, Isaiah Schwab? Isaiah Schwab in the house, folks. Say hi to Isaiah Schwab. He wanted me to say his name. Isaiah Schwab. What's up? Ricky says, buy some beef jerky, Isaiah Schwab. You can add a bigger battery, but you may need to add tail weights. The battery go like right up front? I mean, it must. I mean, that plane's huge, right? Like 1,600 millimeters, right? In wingspan. That's 63 inches. A 22 or 3,000 for us does not sound like it's enough. Not much. I'm on my brother's phone. My name is Isaac. Isaac and Isaiah. Of course. I said your name so many times. Now I feel like a complete LaRouche. Isaac Schwab. Oh, yeah. In the house. Sup, Isaac. Dead center sideways. Is that how the battery sits? Dead center sideways? Hippie? Is that what you telling me? Yeah, I know. I got to watch the video. Thanks, Dave. Maybe Hobby King will send me one. And we'll show you. We might be able to fit a 2-liter of Coca-Cola in there or something to go with the beef jerky. Ask Schwab. Isaac Schwab. Well, I am out of here. Had fun, guys. Ricky, what? Where you going, Holmes? Don't do me like that. It's not right what they done to Lotso. Robert flew 4.5 at 15% battery. Wow. 15% battery is like danger zone. I mean, I landed at 3.75s and I was at like 24%. I hate battery percentage, by the way. I like this to know this. Lori Miller says, don't go, Ricky. Don't go breaking my heart. Check me out on Wikipedia or Tinder or something. Later, Ricky, says Dennis. He starts the mess and then he bails. Total French leave. That's the guy who shows up at the party, doesn't say goodbye, just splits. Chris Jackson says Robert and Blosh had over 5 minutes. All right, Ricky. See you at Starbucks with a new watch. I want a brand deal. You get something going with sunglasses, man. Let's do this. You do the watches, I'll do the shades. Hippie64 says it's good night, Mike. He's gonna turn into a pumpkin if he doesn't get to bed soon.
Yeah, man. You have a good one, eh?
Have a good one, eh? Did you guys see the Facebook over at Tired Iron Aviation? Guess who else is wearing a kilt today? Steve Hodges.
Really?
Yeah, man. He's got the whole get up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, get our pipes out and go play.
Dude, I know I need the Ray-Ban deal. Wesley. I tried. You ever look at their ads, though? They want a bunch of, like, young hipsters. They don't want old hipsters. Victor says, the wife says it takes too long. What, the show? I'm waiting on Victor. The pressure's all on Vic right now. Thanks, Wesley. What's a good glider? Anybody got an answer for my man? Truth still matters. Paul says later, Pops. Dennis Farley said never heard that before. Yeah. Well, you don't have to watch it. She ought to jump in with Lori. They can talk. The girls can talk. Night Radiant's a good glider. It's like Seinfeld with no restrictions, man. It's the show about nothing sometimes. You can always Yeah, I get it. You're not missing nothing. We're just hanging out. Talking to her too, as you was asking.
I was impressed with that Sonic by Dino, dude. That's actually a good glider.
A good entry-level glider would be the Sonic from Dynam, or what's that one thing from e-flite? The Conshindo or something?
Ooh.
Remember that?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was. That was that big one where you like went home and came back and picked up the radio. And is that the one?
I'm not even sure, man. I'm not even sure. Hey, Isaac Schwab, since you got your brother's phone, subscribe to our YouTube channel on his phone, and then when you get your phone back, do it on your phone too. Yeah, you guys on the gliders, I'm really at a complete loss on that one.
One of my favorite gliders was that Rock Hobby. Remember that? Where you put the motor on top or go with the nose forward? I wish they would have never got rid of that.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. Chris Jackson, you know what? You'd have to ask him. I have no idea, my friend. I know when we go places, usually the clubs get us there. We don't have the budget yet to be going on our own. Yeah, so the collaboration with the Radian and Flight Test is the new e-flite nighttime lit up glider. Is that right, Wesley? Yeah, Brian. Mike is thinking of the XL, the big one, I think. Brian Chambers, you in Indianapolis? I think we just connected on Facebook and it said Indianapolis, but why did I think you were out of the country? Maybe it's a different Brian. Yeah, get that Rubik's Cube figured out, Paul. Hey, whatever you miss, mark time. 1 hour 27. You can always catch it on the replay, man. These things don't go anywhere. See you later, Paul. Do you do RC upgrade? This is my first time watching, and I will. Yeah, we do all kinds of stuff over here. A lot of times, first thing we want to do is fly whatever it is we're flying stock. You guys who are leaving, hit the thumbs up on your way out. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you either. All right. If we do upgrades, it's usually after we've already flown at stock, so guys know what they're going to get. Our job is to be a point of reference and kind of like eyes and ears, as if some of these things you can't go see at a hobby shop. So we want to try to give you that experience so you know what you're getting. So yeah, we'll hop up stuff and do upgrades, but it's like only after we've already done the stock version. All right, 2 or 3 minutes, y'all. Anything pressing? Hopefully we can get out next week and fly something, but it's winter time, y'all. For sure, we're going to put out some crazy windy maiden flight of the FMS BAE Hawk. We have some more Texas stuff to work through. Mike's working on an AS3X tutorial video. These 3 videos, it's crazy. 3 videos plus 2 live streams tonight. I mean, off the charts, right? So check those out. There's always some learning stuff there. And if you're new to the channel, Isaac, like check out the playlist because there's some training videos. There's a playlist for the podcast and the live shows, which is more of this kind of stuff. You know, put it on and listen, whatever. And then, like I said, training videos, vintage training videos, also regular, just like flight reviews, and more to come. We've got some jet turbine videos we're going to be working on as well. Whole lot of stuff. So yeah, subscribe, hit the bell so you're always down for hanging out with us on this channel. Victor, appreciate you, man. See you next time. Tell your wife I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's all these lovely people in the chat who engage with us every time. Thanks so much, man. Yeah, guys, we got a minute. We're gonna do a minute. It'll be an hour and a half show this time. Yeah, Victor's stuff is cool, Dennis. Super cool. We got to get some prop planes. Lori, you're nice, man. You stick around. You tell everybody goodbye. We got to get some prop planes. I want to get that Pitts, and I want to get that big old FMS Cub, and whatever we can do prop stuff, because we want to have and you guys let us know too. Like, hit me up on Instagram DM or Facebook. Like, what's new? What's hot? What do you want to see us doing? I want to get my hands on that other Tiger Cat as well. I've obviously got plenty of stick time on the Flightline one, but we'd like to try. I mean, you notice we're doing a bunch of FMS stuff just because we hadn't been able to. Not that it wasn't allowed; it's just that we never got to it. Now we're able to, so that's cool. Yeah, Victor's got a channel, Dave. He's been at it for a long time, man. Victor's got a lot of cool aircraft on his channel. So check him out. Check out Mary Boozer RC. Subscribe to these guys. Anybody needs to chase us down, ask us any questions, you can find us anywhere. Comment section here. Doesn't have to be in the live chat will be over after this video goes, we end the stream, but it will exist like a regular upload after that. So there's a comment section there. I got Captain Mike on the phone now, but I always know what's happening. You guys message, I know it. So, super cool. Email me when I can speak private. All right, man. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Man, can you put your email in the chat, Chris? Or are we friends on Messenger on Facebook? Go to Ryan Ramsey, Pilot Ryan, Facebook, or RC Pilots Lounge, somewhere. Try to find us. Your brother doesn't believe me that I said your name, Isaac Schwab. Why? Because we're so famous that we're too prima donna to say people's names who we just barely know and just recently met. Not only did I say your name, Isaac Schwab, but I said your brother Isaiah Schwab's name more than yours. I mean, this is a Schwab family reunion, for goodness sakes.
I know Cotton.
Cotton Schwab? How's he doing?
He's doing pretty good.
We're just having fun with you guys. Keep coming back. If you're new here, really, we just have a blast. Everything is PG, you know. We're cool, and
pretty good.
PG for pretty good. And we have a lot of flying videos and a lot of great friends. So check out these other guys who have channels like Victor Shamulus, Mary Boozer RC. Subscribe to those channels. Check out our training playlist when you want to figure out how to really just kind of mindset around flying these things successfully. They're kind of old hat at this point, but the content in them is still good. I just got a text from somebody. I think it was Hey, who just texted me? Somebody on the chat? PG-13 says Dave Kowalski. Hey, who just texted me? Okay, I'm glad because I was getting nervous. Dude, yeah, man. Let's hook up. What day, Wesley? Is Saturday? If it's not a Saturday, we'll just do a pre-recorded show. You can answer me on the text or you can answer me on the chat, whatever. I'll call you. All right, we'll talk. All right, Wesley, yeah. Hey, regardless, well, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. It looks like in a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to do a show with Wesley from Mary Boozer. He's going to be in town, and it's going to be, if I can't do it Saturday night, which may not happen, what we'll do is I'll do a pre-recorded interview like I did with Josh Scott with Memoirs of World War II, which I'm comfortable in saying the word now, which is fun. and we'll still debut it, premiere it at 9 o'clock. Weather depending. You ain't got to fly. All right, Wesley, we'll talk. We'll talk about it. Hopefully that works out. That'd be sweet, man. Let me know for real, because I'll set this up like more of a lounge. Awesome. Guys, we love you to death. Mike, you got any last words, Michael?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. This has been great. Sorry I'm not there, but lifted my spirits a little bit, man. Making me feel better, right? Thank you.
That's awesome, Mike. Yeah, guys, stay tuned. And that's another reason why it's good to follow on Instagram, because you guys who are only on YouTube, you don't really know what's going down until it's going down. The guys on Instagram at least have a couple days notice, right, Dennis?
All right. Notre Dame, 23-10.
Late in the fourth, yeah. I'm going to go watch that. So, guys, on your way out, give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you don't, you know, whatever. Hey, Mikey, nice to see you, man. Yeah, we're doing our thing, man. Never stop. Never stop. Never stop the RC, like our friends at Discover RC say. Never stop the RC. They're a fun channel to check out as well. We know how to do it, and we're going to keep on doing it. How about that? Guys, we really appreciate you. Thanks so much. We had quite an evening. There's a handful of videos that we released, and then we went live. Mike surprised me with the video, so we went live for about like 5 minutes in between a couple of the premieres. So crazy. So crazy. Victor says, see you tomorrow. Victor, we just sent a bunch of guys over to your channel. I'm going to make you a moderator too, and you'll be a moderator next time, I believe, as well. I think it remembers you, and you can drop a link to your YouTube channel. Once you're a moderator, you're able to do that. So I know it may not mean a whole lot this time, but I would do it anyway. And sure, no problem. Victor, I'm going to wait on Victor to drop a link to his channel. Guys, yeah, Mikey, he does make tons of videos. He says he's going to see you tomorrow. I'm going to hang tight until he gets his link on here. And you guys, even once this is a replay, you can still click the live chat button and check out everything that went down in the chat. Sweet link apocalypse, says Wesley. I'm afraid to go get the link myself, that I'll screw up and end this thing or something. I don't want to. He's trying to copy and paste his link right now. Maybe I can do it on my phone. Is it called Victor Shameless? Is that the name of the channel? Guys, thanks for... It's not Victor with a B. It's Victor with a V. That sounds like the beginning of a rap song. Hooju, sorry I missed y'all tonight. I dozed off early. I must be getting old. I'll watch the replay. Thank you, Hooju. You've missed quite a day over here, my friend. Yes. Victor Shamula says yes. Brian Chambers, what's up? It's not letting me copy it off my phone. Well, look it. I can't believe I wasn't subscribed already. I'm going to tap the bell on Victor Shamulus right now. Can y'all see that? Not really. Mikey, I know who you are. I remember that. I don't forget stuff. Let's see. I'm going to copy Victor's link right now. Share. Copy. And I'm going to see if I can go to the chat real quick. Sorry, guys. Bear with me, but you show Victor some love. Give him some subscriptions. Dave said he sent it. Mary Boozer, is that Victor's channel? You're hilarious. I think it is. It didn't work, Dave. Let's see. I'm trying. There's a lot going on right now. Let's see. Home. This is the live. This is the still one that's going on. Okay, here we go. I just put it on as well. Dave, I'll have to make you a moderator as well. I think everybody figured it out finally there at the end. Victor's channel link right there. Go hit it. Go hit it, y'all. Victor flies a lot of jets, and lately he's been flying the FMS 109 and lots of other stuff. I finally get to consume y'all's content once things slow down. Awesome. Guys, thanks so much. We did it again. We enjoy flying by the seat of our pants over here, and it is a hangout. So that's what it is. You have some show ideas, hit me in the DMs on anywhere, Facebook, Instagram. You can comment in the videos. Thumbs it up on your way out, guys. That helps us feed the algorithmic robot. And that's what we're trying to do here is just keep this thing going. Share it. That helps us, that rewards us for our efforts. We'd love to keep bringing this together, this community. We're having a good time, and we're here for you. So let us know what you want to see too. Guys, with that, we're out of here, man. Mike, what do you say? Stick a monkey pants?
Stick a monkey pants.
Stick a monkey pants. Let's do the thing. We're going to do the sign-off. You ready?
I'm ready, eh?
We're off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stick a monkey pants. All right, see you next time, y'all. See ya. Thanks so much. Bye, guys. Peace.